Hey guys, this is X, and I'm actually running with my buddy Nap right now, and I'm going to record live audio on this video. This is a random heroic. Just gonna hit the enter dungeon button here, and we're gonna see how well this turns out. I know that I'm not gonna be able to fit the whole thing into a 10-minute video on YouTube, so I'm gonna have to do some editing. So there are gonna be some parts where I jump around, but yeah, I just want to do this for fun. I don't think this is going to count as an actual how-to, well, as an actual part of the Frost Tanking Heroics series. I'm just doing this for fun to see how it turns out, and maybe I'll do more of these in the future. I like to experiment a lot. So here's my loading screen. This is about how long it usually takes me to load. It's still not all too long of a time, but it's longer than what I show in my videos. I actually speed up the loading screen on my videos. Alright, so what I do when I get into the instance is I take a look at my party makeup. I've got a hunter, the gear score 5104. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to do high DPS. Gear score is not the be-all, end-all or anything. Of course, we got Nap. Nap is always a high DPS member of my group. He's learned to control his threat a great deal, but he still sometimes pulls aggro off of me because, well, he can't help when he crits 4 times in a row. Alright, so, anyway, we're in the Halls of Lightning, and I usually wait to make sure the healer has me targeted, and he's moving forward like he is right there. And that's when I start. I don't even really ask them anymore. I used to ask them if they were ready, but there's really not too much of a need to do that. Alright, so again, Death and Decay, Howling Blast, Blood Boil is my is the starting rotation that I use for any AoE pull these days. I find that works very well. And I'm just going to be using that for the AoE pulls in this dungeon. And get my Horn of Winter up because we don't have a Shaman. If I have a Shaman, I don't really pay too much attention to Horn of Winter because I let Strength of Earth Totem take care of that buff for me. Death and Decay, Howling Blast, Blood Boil. And then my runes come back. Oh, see, there goes Nap again, pulling threat. But the mob died right away. That's usually what happens. Like, Nap will do so much damage that he pulls, like, threat really quickly, but it usually means the mob is half dead anyway. Alright, so I'm going to put my diseases on this guy. And let's go ahead and test our group here and see what happens. I put my diseases on that first mob, and then I death gripped him over to me and used pestilence on him, and that spread the diseases to all the rest of these mobs. And our healer seems to be pretty good. I haven't had to use Icebound Fortitude yet. I usually use Icebound Fortitude when I pull this guy, and he still has his buff. Alright, so our heals are in good shape. Everybody's in good shape. Putting through another pestilence out there to spread my diseases. And I'm doing a lot of spamming Rune Strike on the boss and my AoE abilities like Blood Boil and Howling Blast to keep threat on the smaller mobs. You'll see for the most part things were very well contained. I had a little bit of trouble at the start of this fight with threat, but that's to be expected when you pull like 9 mobs and a boss at once. Alright, so yeah, I use that guy as a gauge sometimes to see how good the party is, and they're very good. So I'm gonna pick up the speed on this run, and it'd be risky to try this, but I'm gonna try it. Howling Blast there. Come over here, throw Death and Decay over here, and hope nobody pulls threat. Very good. Now I'm gonna use Death Chill and bring everybody in close to me. Boom, for a big Howling Blast. I can't believe that worked. Oh, Icebound Fortitude, Anti-Magic Shell, Lifeblood, emergency cooldowns, because I almost died there. These are the kinds of risks that I like to take as a tank. Yes, very fun. Yeah, these are the kinds of risks that I like to take as a tank, because I feel it makes me better in the long run. Like, if you can get through stuff like this, and like, wow, this is a very good party. I think that Hunter is helping a lot with my threat, because he has Misdirect and he's actually using it. But yeah, those are the kind of risks I like to take as a tank just because they're fun, and I think they make you a better player by taking them and actually surviving through them. Okay, so even though I probably will make a completely other video about this, the way you pull this room is you run in and you just spam Blood Boil, and once you get enough of them, of course, you put in a Howling Blast. There we go. And once you get to the bottom of the steps, you can use your Death and Decay. Keep an eye on the HP of the mobs, and when they're going down, put up Anti-Magic Shell, because they all blow up, and look at all that runic power. See how one of the DPS died because he was too close? Vanderwolf, the Warlock, he was too close, he was running through, and they all blew up. You protect yourself from that with the anti-magic shell. So you have to time it right, though, because your anti-magic shell lasts a short amount of time. So you have to make sure, and you use it when the mobs are at about a quarter of their HP, so that when they all blow up, you just absorb all the damage with your shell. Alright, Warlock's up. Gonna start the next pool. Howling Blast, Death and Decay, Taunt the Mob Fighting Nap. Alright, I'm doing a bad job of threat with this pull. Maybe I'll just edit it out. No, that's not cool. Nobody's perfect, guys. You're gonna lose threat on some pulls. See, I started that last pull with Howling Blast instead of Death and Decay, and the end result is I have aggro get pulled off of me. I start this one off with Death and Decay, like I've been doing, and I keep that on all of them, even though they're the exact same makeup of mobs. I do put diseases on this guy. I don't open up with Obliterate on him, because he likes to move around, and the diseases will keep threat even after he's moved around. Also, notice my use of Frost Strike. When I don't have Rune Strike available, I'll use Frost Strike. I see Nap has threat from something. Okay, it's those guys back there. No big deal. Taunt, Death Grip, got them both back, and let's put diseases back up. Like I was saying, when I don't have Rune, and these guys are going to run, they're gonna drop threat no matter what on you. You're gonna lose threat from them, no matter what. Man, it is harder to concentrate and talk, to play and talk than I thought it would be. Not too tough though. But yeah, like I was saying, you're gonna lose threat on those little guys because they automatically choose a different target. Even no matter how much you taunt them, no matter how much threat you stack on them, you're gonna lose it on those guys. What I was saying about Frost Strike. Oh, someone's saying they'll be right back. It is the Hunter. Okay, we'll go on. Just catch up. Alright, third boss. With this guy, I do stack my diseases on him, especially when I can get ahead of everybody else. Like so. Alright. My Icy Touch missed. But yeah, for this guy, this is going to be pretty interesting. I go ahead and burn all of my Runic Power on Frost Strikes and Rune Strikes, even Frost Strikes, and maybe even a Death Coil here and there, because you can easily regain Runic Power off of this guy. Very easy, and I'll show you in just a sec. Frost Strike, whenever he uses his Disperse ability, like that, I like to use my Anti-Magic Shell and stand amongst all of the sparks. And my Runic Power just shoots up, I take no damage, and then I get out of the way. So that whenever he reforms, I can build additional threat on him. So yeah, you'll see I had almost no Runic Power when he dispersed. And then my Anti-Magic Shell gave me all the Runic Power I need to start off. And I'm going to start off with an Obliterate, Blood Strike, Frost Strike, Rune Strike. So I make good use of all that Runic Power. Alright, he needs a couple of diseases on him to finish him off, I think. And we're good. Alright, so for Loken, what I like to do is I like to pull him and then just have everybody stack on me, and then we heal through it. Icy Touch, Death Grip, Plague Strike, Blood Strike, Rune Strike, Blood Strike, Obliterate, Frost Strike, and now I'm going to build up a little bit of extra Runic Power with Icy Touch, Plague Strike, Blood Strike, Blood Strike. Again, just my single target rotation. And there's the Lightning Nova. I turn on Anti-Magic Shell here, and there's 118 Runic Power and a ton of damage absorbed. So if you're not using Anti-Magic Shell there, you should start. And the Hunter is very close to pulling aggro, which is strange because they have Misdirect. Okay, so down he goes. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this does not serve as my Frost Tanking Heroics version of this instance. I will make a much more clean-cut version of this. I just wanted to see how this actually played out. No, I don't need any of these weapons. Why am I even considering that? Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. And if you really enjoyed it, please be sure to subscribe so you can see my next video as soon as it comes out. And be sure to rate and comment the video. Thanks a lot guys. I'll see you later.